Hi guys, welcome to day 25. In today's practice, we're going to focus on internal and external rotation of your thighs, so opening and closing of the hips. So I'm going to start in a standing position. So whenever you're ready, just bring yourself up into a standing position. You may need a block for today's practice, so if you have that handy, that would be great. Come to the front of your mat and bring your feet just about hip width apart. Relax your shoulders away, draw your hands in front of your heart center, bring the palms together, and as you close your eyes, start to bring your attention onto a slow and gentle way of breathing. Just find the natural rhythm of your breath as you draw the breath in. Feel it lift you. As you release the breath, let it pull you down towards the ground. Just be really supported through the floor. Feel connected towards the ceiling like you were attached to the sky by a little string. As you rest here, let's bring our affirmation in. I am free of worry and regret. I spend so much time worrying about things that we cannot control. So affirm it to yourself, I am free of worry and regret. With that on your mind, relax your arms, open your eyes, let yourself soften into the knees. On your next inhale, simply draw your hips back and reach your arms out in front of you. Let your hands come back as you push your hips forward. Draw the hips back, hinge from the hip, and come back to center. So we start to warm through the knees and the hips. As you draw your hips back, your abdomen is automatically gently pulling in towards the spine. Only lift your arms as far as you feel comfortable. Maybe just come up halfway, and just one more time. Come down with the hands relaxing either side of your body, and just let your feet step wide as your mat, pointing your toes out. We're gonna keep squatting. So push your hips back, reach your arms forward, and then lift back up. Now you might be doing only half a range, just enough for you to feel the knees opening, pushing towards your toes. You may come a little bit deeper. Let's do just one more, and the next time stop here. Draw your hands towards your heart, feel the core integration, and maybe sink a little deeper. You may be stopping halfway, maybe all the way down. Encourage your elbows to push the knees wider. Make sure heels touching the ground, and lift through the heart as you drop the hips towards the floor. So you're welcome to stay here and wait while we lift up. If you're coming with me, take an inhale. And exhale, drive your feet deeper into the ground, engage your core and reach your arms up towards the ceiling. Bring yourself back and down, slowly squatting and dropping back into that squat position, and then lifting once again. You might stay with this one, or you may lift and open your arms next time. As you open the arms, draw the heart forward, have a little squeeze in the glutes. Bring the hands together, eyes back to center, release and sink. And one more time, opening, heart forward, squeeze through the back body, arms wide and together. Stay here, anchor down at the bottom. Let's find a twist. Reach your left hand outside, the left side of your mat. So the arms coming underneath the shin. And then just open the right arm towards the back. Further rotation as you pull your shoulder blades to spine. And then gently draw your hands back to center, bring the hands together at your heart. Take an inhale, exhale to relax your hands towards the floor. Drive your hips up just a little bit higher. And then let your left leg step back into a nice long step. Bring the right knee into the ground. Keep your left leg pointing out and away. Bring the hands back underneath your shoulders. So you may just stay here and hold. You might want to have a little side to side rock. Gently opening into that right hip. You might roll onto the outside edge of your right foot. And if you feel comfortable, you might go deeper by leaning towards the right side, bringing the left hand on your left knee, and then letting your right hip come towards the ground, allowing yourself to really feel into that side aligned body. Come back to center. Bring the hands underneath your shoulders and bring your legs back into a 4-point kneeling position. Now the knees go just a little bit wider, big toes come toward each other. And we're going to sit back on the heels, lifting the chest, hands resting on your thighs. Take an inhale, exhale, little tip forward from the hips. Your arms extended. You might push into the top of your thighs or bottom of your thighs, or you maybe let your hands touch down, spread your fingers, and then draw the belly and the chest forward, creating a little cat arch in your back, maybe lifting your eyes. If you know lion's breath, you know it's a lot of fun, so you may take an inhale, and then exhale. As you lift up towards your the area between your eyebrows, stick your tongue out. So breathing in, and breathing out, let's go. It feels so good to let it go. Sometimes you're shy to do that, but remember you're at home so no one can see you. So once you're ready, walk your hands forward. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Extend your right leg behind you and lift your toes so the legs hovering above the ground. Take an inhale and then exhale to bring the right knee to the outside of your right triceps, really engaging your side body. Extend your right leg behind you, then bring it across. So the right knee comes behind the left knee and push your hips back, take a nice long stretch here. Let's do this again. Leaning forward, extend your leg, knee to the outside of the triceps, push the leg behind, cross and let yourself sit back, stretch back. Feel the outer thighs and the inner thighs squeeze. One more time. Knee to elbow or maybe to triceps, reach behind, cross and push back. Now on this last one, walk your hands just a little bit closer towards your legs. Kick your right foot out a bit further to the left and the left foot a bit further to the right. Flex into the feet and start to walk back. So you're going to stack one knee on top of the other and sitting on your sit bones as you come back. And if you find that you've got a big gap between the two knees, like I do, you're welcome to use a block. The block comes underneath your sit bones. Take one more check, bringing the feet a bit further out, flexing into the feet, stacking the knees, lift the chest, lengthen the spine, sit bones into the block or ground and lift up. You may stay here for a deeper sensation through this cow-faced pose or Gomukhasana, a variation of it. You can lean forward and you're welcome to walk your hands a bit further forward, maybe with the spine extended. You might find it's more relaxing for you to sink and round over the legs. Whatever you are, take 3 more breaths in here, giving yourself a lovely release. And even though it's a quite intense sensation in the hips, hopefully you can still able to use that out breath to let go. On your next out breath, take your time to lean forward. So you want to come out of this position gently, maybe draw the feet in closer. Let yourself lean forward, place your book on the side, walk your hands out, uncross your legs, unravel, tuck your toes under and enjoy a lovely stretch with your lift up into downward facing dog. Stretch into your heels through the arms. Take a breath in, bend your knees, look towards the front of your mat, step your left leg through into a lunge position. Relax as you lift your kneecap. Walking the hands towards the middle of your mat, parallel the feet, and keep walking. So you're going to come into a position where your right foot is in front. So feel a nice little stretch and release here. Take an inhale and exhale to step your leg back. Draw the knees nice and wide and bring your big toes together. Let your hips sit back, sink back, stretch back. Great, so let's repeat this all on this side. Take an inhale to lift yourself up. Draw your knees in. Step the right foot to the outside of your right hand, pointing the toes out. Tuck your toes and step the left foot to the outside of the hand. So coming into Malasana. Make sure you got space behind you. Sink your hips back and down. Maybe stay up a little higher. Decide where you are. And bringing the hands to your heart, open your knees, and notice any sensation that's arising. So this is a very intense pose. Some of us feel a little bit trapped here. So if you can't quite get the heel down, you maybe roll some of your mat under or put a block, maybe a towel underneath. On your next exhale, reach your right forearm underneath your right shin, bring the hand towards the floor, plant the hand down, and then reach your left arm up to open up. Keep that left knee open if it's possible, draw the shoulder blade back, reach for the fingers, and return to center. Bringing the hands towards the ground, lift your hips, keep the right leg where it is, take a long step back in your lunge position with your left leg. Lower the left knee towards the ground, hands come underneath your shoulders. So create as much space that you need. Your right toes are pointing out and you let your shoulders relax away. It's a really, really nice deep stretch for your hips. You can start to maybe move side to side. You may allow your left hip to come towards the ground, bringing a little bit more body weight through that left shoulder. Maybe coming up onto the edge of your right foot, lowering the hip towards the ground, gently pressing that knee away, coming back to center. You're welcome to go one more time, or just hold in the middle. And then draw yourself back to the middle, hands underneath your shoulders. Bring your leg back. Take a little release if you need it. Then lift yourself up so you find your hands underneath your shoulders. On your next inhale, extend into your left leg and lift your foot. Square your hips down, toes, thigh bone towards the ground. Inhale. On the exhale to draw the left knee to the outer left tricep. Really draw the belly in, round the upper back. Push your leg away as you inhale. Exhale, foot behind you and drive the hips back towards the heels. And then repeat it a couple more. Extend into the legs. Engagement through the outer thighs. Feel the weight of your shoulders. Push the leg away. Foot across. Left knee behind the right. Drive back. And just one more time. Extend the leg. Outer elbow. Extend. This time we cross the legs. Squeeze the thighs together. And start to push back. Now walking your hands towards you. See if you can kick your legs out towards the side. So you want to flex as you sit back. Bring the right knee on top of the left. Use your block if you need to or anything that gives you a bit of elevation. And as you sit back, check the position of your feet. You want to have both sit bones, right and left, anchored. And the trouble here is normally we lean one side more than the other. So you really want to try and find that way. Maybe a bit of positioning of the feet will help to get those sit bones down. And then lifting here, just lengthening through the spine might feel perfectly fine. You're gonna feel that little pull and stretch right under the outer thighs, but a bit of squeeze in between the inner thighs. Or you may lean yourself forward into it, intensifying this stretch. Your hands can reach forward, you let your upper body release, maybe tuck your chin, maybe reaching the hands further forward. Stay here for about 3 more breaths. So your full Gomukhasana, you also have an arm position here. We lift and connect the fingers behind the back. But for today, let's just focus on the movement of the legs. So one more inhale. As we exhale, we're going to lift and just pose on the top. Slowly releasing, coming out of this pose by walking the hands forward. Under the legs, hands on the shoulders, and just take a little side to side release. So push your hips towards your left, look over the right shoulder. Bring the hips to the right, over the left shoulder. So let that go. Let both sides go. The little burning sensation of the hips. In the hips. Come back to center. Sit on one butt cheek and just bring your legs forward. Your feet gonna come a little bit wider than your hips, hands behind you, shoulders relax. Take an inhale and exhale to relax your knees towards the right side. Now we're gonna take this further by bringing the left hand towards the outer right knee, look further behind you into a twist. And bring your left hand behind you. Bring the knees to the left and the right hand comes with you. So simply as you move through the legs and work individually through the hips, we add a little twist. We're sweeping the arm and sliding it behind us as we look further. On your last one, stay here. Let your shoulders pull back. Take an inhale and exhale to see if you can twist a little further. Now anchor that back right hand into the ground and inhale your right arm into an opening spinal extension. Take an inhale, sweep the right arm down. And then pushing into the back hand, let the hips lift, draw the arm across the body. Release back into the floor. Take a swap, bringing the knees towards the ground. Find a twist first, so lift the chest. Look a little further, twist from the center, keep the spine long. Bring the left hand into the ground, open in through that extension with your right arm. And then sweep it down like you drew an arc. Push into your hip, press the hips forward and into that right knee and stretch across. And let them all go. Coming back into the floor. Cross your legs in front of you. Find your comfortable seated position. Allow your shoulders to relax away. Let your hands find a comfortable position. Close your eyes. Take 3 more cleansing breaths to let go of the practice today. Remember in our affirmation today, I am free of worry and regret. There's no need to dwell in the past. Let go of all that has gone already. Give yourself a favor. Save some time that you would spend with worrying today. Take 1 more inhale. Bring your hands to your heart. Exhale, release completely. As you inhale, just gently open your eyes. And let's take a bow together. Namaste. Thank you for your practice today. We have 5 more days left. I'll see you tomorrow. I hope you enjoyed that video. For more Pilates and Yoga videos, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell button and check out all the other content on the channel. I'll see you on the mat.